And we are live. So, welcome everybody to another live edition of the Daily Headlines Report. I know I'm putting this out short notice, but more than likely, what I'm going to do is start doing the daily news live streams. So that way, I can take some of the burden off and be able to get this out on a daily basis. I'm still working on times. Right now, I'm thinking that we're going to do 7 p.m. on the weekends, so that can kind of coincide with everybody else's live streams, and then maybe 9 p.m. on the weekdays, and then probably skipping Wednesday because we already go live at 9 p.m. and this is all Eastern Standard Time, so adjust accordingly for your time zone. But we will see how all that works. It might jump around a little bit, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking at the moment, and we will see how things go on that route. If there is a better time, please let me know down in the comment section. If you are new here, a couple house rules. Chat is completely open. You can agree, disagree, anything like that, which I may have turned chat off. Let me see if I can turn chat on. And there we go. There we go. Rainy Ridge. Hello, Rainy Ridge. Welcome. I don't know how I turned chat off, but I'm going to do the daily run through of some of the news and headlines. And feel free if you guys pop in the chat to say hello, or if you want to comment or anything on any of the stuff that we're about to go through. If you catch this on the replay, then I appreciate you for stopping by and spending a little bit of time with us. But again, in no particular order, here we go. So it looks like the US and the UK have continued their bombing in Yemen. Yemen continues to ignore everything as they have put out that there's new attacks on different ships and different vessels in the sea. So no big changes there as of yet. The one change that did come out is that the Houthis have issued a new warning, and this is that they are threatening to cut the data cables in the Red Sea. Now, this connects all of Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. And I don't know if this is related, but since then, Britain has announced the refusal to join the U.S. in any sort of retaliatory strikes in Iraq or Syria, only kind of helping out with what they're already doing. So I don't know if that's coordinated or not, but just thought I'd put that out there to mention. Next, looks like Iran has hacked into the Mossad, and they got into the security network. And by doing this, they have obtained a really big cache of intel and security data. And all this is that the hack has basically got was Israel's secret military facilities, different weapons factories, as well as different intel on the spy networks all around the world of Mossad spies. So that's probably not a good thing. So we will see. I'm sure we'll see in the coming days and weeks what they're going to do with that sort of information. And then let's jump into basically the big elephant in the room. Since I didn't go and do a news for yesterday, the U.S. did start to conduct their retaliatory strikes on the drone attack in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. servicemen as well as injured several others. Now, in this, they did do strikes in both Syria and Iraq. They used B-1 bombers, no fighter jets, at least as of now. In this, they have hit 85 targets with 125 missiles. Side note before I continue, keep that in mind. One day, the U.S. launched 125 missiles, hitting 85 targets in one day, in one strike. It was December 28th, I believe. You'd have to correct me if I'm wrong. Russia did something like 75 targets with 150 missiles. So anybody that wants to kind of go, oh, there's nothing going on, these are pretty major attacks in a very short amount of time. So keep that in mind. And to basically reiterate that, uh, the amount of missiles that were dropped in Iraq and Syria, this is the biggest attack since 2003, so over 20 years. Now, the U.S. did come out and confirmed that they let the Iraqi government know that they were going to conduct these strikes. And rumors basically are saying that they also did the same in Syria, but that is unconfirmed at this time. Now, the U.S. considers these strikes as a success and that this is the first of many waves. So we're about that time to start seeing if they're going to continue this weekend, that things should start be rolling in soon. If, again, they're going to do back-to-back bombings, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, one of the big things is that U.S. officials have come out and repeatedly said over and over they plan to not strike inside of Iran at all. No plans of it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to strike any Iranian soil. With that in mind, I find it very interesting that in these attacks in both Iraq and Syria, that no IRGC facilities were hit. And I find that interesting because the Iraqi army actually came out and posted, pretty much in anger, that the U.S. struck the Iraqi army their own weapons depots. And they say that they rely on these different weapons depots to fight ISIS and different groups like that. And that basically the leader of Iraq is a little angered by this and has urgently summoned the U.S. ambassador. So we'll see. A lot of things kind of don't add up. If the United States forewarned, then why are they upset with where the strikes were? Unless the United States lied about it, or but there's a lot of things aren't adding up. So keep all these data points in mind. We're watching history basically unfold. So that's why I'm keeping a book. That's why I'm keeping notes. I want to write all this down because I really strongly believe here in a little bit, little Earl's 4 years old. I'm basically writing his history book. So, but with all this happening, did it work? That's kind of the big $1 million question right now. Well, out of all of those 85 targets and 125 munitions used, only about a dozen or so were killed in that entire strike. Iraq came out and issued a 3-day of mourning. And JS Genesis Designs is in the house. Hello, buddy. How are you? Now, the different militias and different Iranian-backed groups have already vowed revenge on different social medias and issued different statements. The U.S. military bases in both Iraq and Syria are continuing to be attacked, and no sign of slowing down. Now, in this attack, rumors came out that Israel was involved. Israel has not said whether they were or were not, and then rumors started to fly that Jordan actually participated. Iraq apparently took it to heart that Jordan did participate, as they released a statement saying that they are no longer going to sell oil to Jordan. Jordan immediately came out and released a statement saying that they took absolutely no part in it whatsoever, and that they respect brotherhood and boundaries. So we'll see where the dust settles when all that comes out. All right, so to continue around the world and get away from that, here's an interesting one for you. So yesterday, China successfully launched the world's first artificially intelligent satellite. So take that for what that is. Oh, Leonard Mountain Homestead. Hello, hello. Yeah, I know I'm doing lives, and I'm going to continue to probably do these new segments as live. So I hope you're feeling better. And I'm going to be talking about you and in general here in a minute. But I don't know how I feel or how even you feel about China now has an AI satellite up there floating above our heads. So take that for what that is. Next, Ukraine has again launched a drone strike, and this time hitting the largest oil refinery in Russia. This is actually the latest in a series of long-range drone strikes on Russian oil facilities. Um, Keep this in mind because you know Russia's basically kind of like a big gas station of the world, and they keep getting these drone strikes hitting these refineries and these oil facilities. Russia's not going to stand for it for very long. Ukraine does not possess the stuff to be able to do this on their own, so they are getting these weapons from somewhere, and Russia's not going to just idly sit back and let this continue. So I foresee a pretty big ramp up on attacks on Ukraine to basically put an end to this. So keep that out and keep that in mind. Okay, so last thing on around the world, public transit workers start a strike in Germany. This was involving about 90,000 people that took part in this, and this basically shut down all the buses, trains, trams, and subways all around Germany. It's noted that airport employees, truckers, and restaurant workers plan to be joining into that strike very soon. So, you've already got all the farmers all over there in Europe that's not happy. You've got a bunch of people in Europe that's going on strike and protesting and doing a bunch of things. People all around the world are not happy at all. Keep in mind that the Europeans are coming over here to watch our news as we kind of give a little bit of coverage to what's going on over there because they're doing a media blackout. You cannot turn on their local news and see the farmers protesting or anything like that. They're basically turning to social media or turning on a VPN so that way they can see what's going on. So right now, this is how we are communicating, we're sharing, and we're getting news is people like me and different people that's on different social medias that's gathering different points and bringing it out so that way at least we have some idea to be able to be informed. Okay, so let's round this out and bring it to back to the homeland. I'm going to say and venture to guess none of you've heard this story. So there's JS Badger. Hello, howdy, and shalom, my brother. And I'm sure you saw that I took your challenge and challenge accepted. So, so there was a quote unquote, hear me out before you get all excited about this, but there was a quote unquote nuclear capable weapon that was found, and this was in a garage, basically outside of a house in the state of Washington. Now, the way that this was found out was there was a museum in Dayton, Ohio. Okay, that's an hour from me or so, a little over. That basically summoned authorities when a anonymous person called offering to donate it. And so the authorities showed up at the house and basically found that it was a Cold War era bomb and deemed that it had no warhead or fuel, and it was basically the outside shell. So quite interesting, but thank God it was just a dummy. So and then here it is for Amy over at Leonard Mountain. There was a 5.1 earthquake that hit Oklahoma last night. I already saw Amy posted over there on Facebook that said that she took some medication because she was not feeling well, and she slept all the way through it. So good for her. Again, I hope you're feeling better, but I have been seeing a few people in the Oklahoma area that said that they felt some shaking last night. So doesn't seem like it was too awfully bad. I don't see any major damage or anything as of now. Let's see, where are we at next? There was numerous emergency crews that responded to a collapsed building in Brooklyn, New York. Right now, the numbers are coming out that there is at least one fatality with several injured. That is still being compiled and everything. It's pretty new, so we'll wait and we'll see how everything is on that. Rainy Ridge felt it in Missouri too. A little shaky eye here. All good here on the homestead. Good to hear. Good to hear. I heard it was pretty early, like 2 a.m. or something when it happened out there. So glad everybody is safe and good. Next, this this one is one that we should take a little bit of notice to. So with all the things going on around the world here, in the United States, here in your local communities and all things like that, uh, I've always kind of warned everybody, don't get into that doom and gloom, all the fear porn and things like that. Okay. They're trying to sell you something. Here's an example of it. So right now there is real estate agents that is now using this fear as they start to advertise to potential buyers of homes and properties that are good to buy in case nuclear war breaks out. And they literally have a map, and they're showing things all up and down the Mississippi, kind of over and a little bit of like I think it was Northern California and Northern Florida and some other different places. And they were saying about how good these places are because they've got water that you can use, and they got different deposits, and you're not near a major military base or whatever. So I find it very, very odd. We're enjoying spring here in Minnesota in February. Yeah, it's pretty warm here. I believe it's going to be 50 something here tomorrow. So we'll be getting outside, hopefully, and getting some outside stuff done. Our son felt his bed shake. Marissa freaked out. Poor Marissa. Amy, Marissa would probably feel better if she had an emu. So I already tapped my maples. I might, if you sell any of that, let me know. I might be interested in some maples. Okay, and this one hit mainstream, so I'm sure most of you are aware. The last and final thing that I have written down is that there is a small plane that did crash in Clearwater, Florida, basically making an emergency crash landing into a mobile home park. There was a lot. There was so many videos out of there, a lot of fire, a lot of kind of chaos and whatnot. But mainstream media basically covered that one. So I just wanted to give it a mention in case anybody did not see that. But there you go. I'll send you a jar. Ooh, there we go. We love maple around here. I did do quite a few videos today. I have put out a ton of shorts. I think I've scheduled a short to come out every single day for the next 2 weeks. The channel is definitely growing. We're getting a lot of people. Wednesday's live showed us that we definitely do need some moderators. So I might be making some more of you moderators here in the future to try and combat some of the people that want to come in and derail us. But for the most part, we are a great group and whatnot. So we'll continue to do what we can to continue to grow. I did get some content and some different things recorded going back to kind of that base root prepping stuff. We're doing one on flashlights. We're doing one on communications. We've got a bunch of different videos that I am currently making or made that is going to be coming out here in the next couple of days to next week or so. So I am trying to come back and put out more prepping related things, as well as I did finally get to my PO box and got the package that STP sent me. And so we are collaborating. We was talking a little bit before I came on, and we're going to be talking as soon as I get off. Basically, we're going to be doing a seed giveaway, and that will probably go and coincide with the seed exchange. We're still trying to hammer out how we're going to do the prizes, how we're going to divvy up the prizes, how you're going to win the prizes. And then I'm trying to put the last and final touches on how we're actually going to do an exchange. So give us a little bit of time to go back and communicate. The one thing that I can guarantee is that there is going to be at least 3 prizes to give away, if not more. And then the seed giveaway will more than likely have a bunch of extra seeds. So we'll see how all that goes. So that way, we want to give back. We want to help everybody. As well as I will probably put out a mention that if you are experiencing any sort of like a financial struggle to where you cannot afford seeds, but you would like some, to either contact me or contact Southern Tier Prepper. Send one of us an email, and we will figure out some way to get you some seeds absolutely free. So that way you can at least get something in the ground. So again, if you're experiencing something and you want to grow and you just absolutely cannot afford anything, just reach out to one of us, let us know what's going on, and we'll see if we can help you out. So what do we got? Should have tapped mine. Ooh, I'm on black walnut. Man, hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Thank you. Badger, if it still gets under 32 at night, you still can. Man, look at all you guys having some fun. What else? I think this one, no, this one comes out, I think, tomorrow or Monday. There's a little sneak preview of what it is. I kind of kicked around a few things, but you have to watch the video to see what is in here and what I made. But there's a little sneak preview of it, kind of a fun thing. I did get a person to reach out to me from a pretty big company, saw one of the videos that we released and actually asked for permission to use that video for advertising purposes. So that was quite a big honor. We went back and forth. I made sure it was completely legit. They were using it for the right reasons and everything like that. So everything completely checks out. So it's going to be really, really great for the channel, for us to get exposure. And it's quite a big honor for somebody to, from a pretty big company to see the video and reach out like that. So that was actually kind of amazing. So, oh, Texas Raiders in the house. Hello, Texas Raider. Thank you for stopping by. And I think that might be all I've got for you for the night. So I will sit here for a minute. And if you guys have any questions, comments, topics, anything you want to discuss that we just went over, anything you want to discuss or whatnot that we haven't gone over, now is your opportunity. I will sit here for a minute or two while you guys crazily type something out. I am a little bit on the older side, so please don't send me hieroglyphs and emojis. I'm not very good at that, but don't forget, link in the description for all the cool and important things. Thank you, JS Badger. Yes, we've got Caleb House is always down in there, as well as we have a link for JS Genesis Designs. We always network and we always help our friends out. So what seeds am I starting? I will always do my tomato, my peppers, and we're trying to figure out what direction we're going to go with the other ones. Mrs. Rural is more than likely going to be doing an herb garden this year, as well as she likes to have a little spot in the garden to kind of play around with, maybe a cantaloupe or a pumpkin or something like that. But she's excited this year, so she really wants to get out there. So I'm not entirely sure what she has planned. But we've already got some of the stuff kind of started, as well as expanding, getting some of the berry bushes in. Again, I'm trying my hardest to get residual foods in. So Divinely Blessed Designs, shalom. I have not seen your name here, so welcome, welcome. Props on the Caleb House video. Great job. Thank you, JS. Thank you. That was all Badger. Badger issued that. It spoke to me, and I commented. Challenge accepted, and I'm a man true to my word. If I say I want to do it, it may take me a minute, but I will get it done. And that actually took 3 tries to make that. The first one, I got so emotional into it that I had to stop. So I'm glad it only took 3 tries. So thank you for helping us on the live. Absolutely, Rainy. I tried my hardest to be on there. That's why I was commenting and talking to everybody in the first 10 minutes or so, and then I put you down, and I was doing some different other things. So I watched your live. I was there for the thing. I just wasn't quite as active in the chat in the latter half of that, but I was definitely listening. Definitely listening. Yes. Hashtag accept the challenge. Yes. Yes. Man, look at all you guys network. You guys are all amazing. And I'm still working on the coffee thing. So as things get rolling and all that, I'll let you guys know all the stuff on the coffee. I'm in talks with 5 or 6 people on doing some more interviews. If you guys want me to speak to somebody, again, just reach out, let me know a name. if you want me to speak to you, let me know. I know, Badger, you've been on the show before. If you ever want to come back on, invitation is always open. My door is there. Anybody that's got anything to say is more than welcome. We'll figure out a date and get you back on. We always try and network and help each other. That's what life is all about, is helping each other do everything. Amy, you just tell me a date, and we will get you on. So you're welcome. Bring everybody, or bring just you, or you and Chris, or you can have the whole group. We can do it in little rotations, where every 15 minutes, we'll bring on Chris, and then we'll bring on Marissa, and then we'll bring on Grumpy, and then we can do 15 minutes with the pigs. So I'm okay with it, and we definitely love our friends over there at Leonard Mountain Homestead. So, which, can I do this from here? Bum bum bum. There we go. So there's one, and dun dun dun. Just trying to do a few things down and through here. Here's another one, and here is another one. There we go. So if anybody types, we are just added a few more moderators to kind of help out. I know I'm really bad at doing all that. So, but there's the first one, Mr. JS Genesis Designs. Congratulations on your blue wrench, my friend. Strengthening the kingdom together. Absolutely. That's what this is all about. It's about networking. It's about helping out, because I think the video just came out about today on the ugly truth is that when it comes down into everything, you've got to make sure that human nature, that humanity survives. You cannot let fear overcome you. You cannot let evil consume you, because there is no point in history where something happened and everything was gone. It is, since man was here, yes, kingdoms have come and kingdoms have fallen, but humanity still remained, and you never know what SHTF event's going to happen and when it's going to end. And so you need to be kind to your neighbor whenever you can. So yes, look at all the new mods. I'll hit you up, and the emails about getting together reminds me to send you an Addy about the Mrs. Badger or something. Did I save you any of the pizza? Sadly, no. My stomach took all that, and JS Genesis asked where his breadsticks were. So sadly, those were all eaten. So I apologize. It's a good thing I did not show you, because tonight's dinner that I just got done, which I was going like this right before I came on just to make sure I was all good. We had honey barbecue chicken wings with sweet potato fries. That was very good. I'm sure I gained a pound off of all that, but well worth it. So, okay, where are we at? We'll stay on for another minute-ish or so. Does anybody have any last-minute question, comment, anything whatsoever while you guys furiously type? I'm going to say thank you again for spending a little bit of your time with me. Again, I'm going to kick around what times we're going to do. Yes, Sovereign has no power over us. Yes. We're going to kick around. I got to try and figure out the best time during the week. I know the weekends will probably stick with 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, adjust for your time zones. You rock too, Amy. So we'll probably do the news segments live every weekend at 7, and then I will try and figure out, I may just stay live 9 p.m. throughout everything, and we'll just skip Wednesdays. Or I'll just do the news segment within the first little bit on a Wednesday. We'll kick it around and play with it. But I don't want to make an excuse to where I stop doing the daily lives. So, but whether there's 12, 13, 14, 14 or so. So thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of your Saturday. I will continue to do my study, my research, and do everything that I can, so that way I can bring you a live tomorrow. And I will see you guys again, because this is a highlight of my days to come spend that little bit of time with you guys. So Hawaiian pineapple chicken thighs coming out of the crock pot as we speak. Okay, everybody go over to JS Genesis Design's house. We're all eating over there tonight. So set an extra plate or two, buddy. All right. With that, guys, I appreciate it again so much. I love each and every one of you. You guys are absolutely amazing. God bless each one of you tonight. Way, way more. I hope that you just get an abundance of blessings. And so stay tuned. There's definitely more information to come, and we're going to count it down. Say it with me now. Above everything else, please remember to remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.